Hey, welcome to Color Up. So today we're going to do a little comparison. We're going to compare placing the 6 and 8 versus doing the pass line in another come bet, or like a 2-point molly, where the dice are going to decide what number that we bet on. So which is the better bet? Well, the line bet with odds is going to have a lower house edge for sure. The 6 and 8 is a very good bet at 1.52%, but it really depends on what the dice do as to which way is better bet. If we can roll points back, line betting is going to be the way to go. If we can roll 6 and 8, which are the most common numbers out of the box numbers, then we'll be in good shape as a place better where we get to choose our number. So let's roll it out and just see what happens. So both methods of play have their advantages and disadvantages. For instance, a great bet, and it's resolved 1/3 of the time, or 33%, is the pass line bet, where we have the advantage. It's a big advantage over the house, where there's 8 ways to win and only 4 ways to lose. So we're at a $10 table, and we'll go ahead, well, we don't have change, let's get some change here. And we'll put 10 on the line and get 15 back for our line player. So he has a great chance to win that bet, and again, it's resolved 30% of the time. He's gonna win or lose that bet. Our place player, we'll just wait. We're not gonna work it on when the puck's off, so we'll just wait for a 6 and 8, or a point to be established before we bet on the 6 and 8. All right, here we go. New shooter coming out. 8 is going to be our point. All right, so this is a good one for our line player. And to make this equivalent, we're going to do $30 total bet per player. So $10 and then 20 behind. I'm going to have, let me get some more change here. 25. And then we'll just go ahead and put 20 or double odds on the 8. And I need some change here for our place player. So we'll go ahead and put $50 in the come and ask the dealer, let's go ahead and place the 8 for 30. So in this case, we're going to get 20 and change. And we'll set up a $30 place bet. All right, some differences here. Our place bet is going to get paid 7 to 6. Our odds bet here, great bet, everyone loves the odds bet, it's going to get paid true odds, or 6 to 5, 6 for every 5 bet back here. Here we have a house edge. Here we have no house edge, but does that really matter? Because we still have this house edge that's on our pass line, and our advantage is no longer with us. We had a big advantage, 2-to-1 advantage for the come out roll, but once the point is on, we don't have an advantage here or here. It's basically the same bet, but we get paid true odds here. They both have 5 ways to roll and 6 ways to lose, or 5 ways to win and 6 ways to lose with the 7. Now you'll notice we have $30 at risk, $30 at risk. This player here will get paid 35 if he wins. This player will get paid 24 for the odds and 10 for the line bet, so he'll get 34. So actually the place bet pays better than the odds bet. Now once you make more than 5 times or higher in odds, let's say you're at a 5, 10, or 20 times odds table, then the odds would be the way to go for sure. But below 5 times table, like some tables are 2 times, or even a 3, 4, 5, some of the numbers work out to be the same, but a lot of times, unless you're betting the maximum in odds on a 3, 4, 5 times table, the place bet actually pays better. So really, the big advantage of the line bet is you do win on that possible 7-11 for the come out roll. So again, we're gonna do both bets. So we're gonna make another $10 come bet for our line player. The come bet is just basically a pass line bet in the middle of the game once the puck is on. So it also acts as a little rebate or hedge. So if we roll a 7 now, we'll lose this bet, but we do win back a little bit here. Now our place bet player, he's just gonna go ahead, ask the dealer to go $30 directly to the 8. He can choose his number. Our come bet player, the dice are gonna choose for him. All right, let's see what the dice have to say about it. 6, easy. So it's gonna work out to be exactly the same. So this will be interesting. So this is gonna come inside the 6. Let's go ahead and drop the dealer and say we want $20 in odds or double odds. All right, so $5 in change and $20 in odds. At this point, interestingly enough, it worked out exactly the same. Both players have $60 at risk, $30 on the 6, $30 on the 8. And so that's what we're hoping for. Both players, 6 or 8. 2 aces. I don't care about that. We're just looking for that 6 or 8, the 2 most popular numbers except for this one. The 7, everyone's going to come down and lose. So it doesn't really matter which way you bet. Both losers for that one. All right, we're gonna have a new shooter. Let's go ahead and get $10 on the line for our line player. And see what happens. Here we go, coming out. 4 points gonna be 4. That's a tough one to repeat, but the nice thing about it is it pays really well. So let's go ahead and get some more change from the dealer. And we will do $20 in odds, and then we'll get, so 20 on our 4. The nice thing about that is it pays 2 to 1. So our $20 bet is gonna win 40 back there. And then we'll do a $10 comeback to get a new number. Other player is just gonna throw up $60, and let's get the 6 and 8 covered. So our line player, less likely to hit, but it's gonna pay a lot better than the 6 or 8. All right, let's see what happens. Here we go. Oh, not too good. So a quick 7. So this is all gonna come down. But again, remember I told you the come gets a little rebate there. It's a winner on the 7-11. Not that you're happy that you lost your other bet. And that's why a lot of people aren't big fans of it. Although it does win with the 7 or 11, you really don't wanna see it happen because of your other bets. All right, puck is gonna come off, and we're gonna have a new shooter. All right, $10 on the line. And here we go, new shooter. Let's see a longer roll this time. 5 is gonna be our point. Again, should have got some change early, but need some change from the dealer. We'll go 20 in odds, double odds, and $10 coming. Our other player here, I don't have some change, so let's go $60, 30 each on the 6 and 8. So that'll be 15 and change. And there we go. He's set up on the most likely numbers to roll, but we haven't seen them yet. All right, let's keep rolling. These rolls are brutal, brutal. We're not getting anything accomplished here. We don't get to see payouts or anything. All right, I'll definitely have to switch it up here. All right, new shooter. Shake him up real good this time. As if that matters. All right, here we go. This time, this is gonna be a big roll here. Yo, 11, all right, there's a winner for our line player, so he can just win, rack it up. So that's the benefit there. 6, easy. 6 is gonna be our point. So we'll go ahead and do 20 in odds, and then we want 10 coming. So let's go ahead and get 15 change. And then our other player here, $30, 6 and 8, please. Sure. Has a probability advantage, but really hasn't paid off. All right, here we go. Let's see a decent roll here. 6 the hard way, 6 hard. So this is an interesting one. We hit our point. So we're going to get paid 24 for our odds, $10 in front, so $34. Our come bet is going to travel to the 6. So now we have a bet on the 6. And our place player is going to get paid, I'm out of reds here, 35. So it pays $1 more. We got to choose a number. And there it is. Puck's going to come off. Our player here can pick up all of his chips. Get $10 on the line. Now our place bets follow the puck, so they're off. You can override that, ask the dealer to turn them on if you'd like, but they're off by default. Our come bet, although we're rooting for a 7 here, we don't want a 7 for a come bet because it would lose. So, and it's a contract bet. You can't do anything about that. Once it moves up, it stays, and it's always working. So at this point, we don't really have the advantage. All right, here we go. Looking for a new point from the same shooter. Point's gonna be 5. So we'll go ahead and do $20 in odds on our 5, and then give the dealer $20 for our odds on the 6. So our line player has the 5 and 6. Our place player has the 6 and 8. All right, shooter, let's see a decent roll. 2, Aces. Looking for that 5, 6, or 8. 8, easy, 8. All right, 30 is going to pay 35. And I'm just going to keep these working at all times, just kind of to make it a little comparable. But again, with place bets, if you wanted to, you could take it off. You could move it. You could kind of do whatever you want with it. With the line player, you could do whatever you want with the odds, but the flat bet or the line bet has to stay. But we're just going to kind of ride it out so they're a little comparable. All right, here we go. 12, midnight. Craps, we don't care about that. 10. 10 down there on the end. Let's move it in a little bit. Let's get that 5, 6, or 8. Yo, 11. Well, we moved it in one dot, but that ain't going to help us. 6, easy, 6. There we go. So our line bet has to come down when it gets hit. It can't stay up, so it's going to come down. And our, let's see, $30 is going to win $34. And that comes back to the player. And then if he wants another number, he's got to come back through the come. And again, we don't want the 7 to roll because we have a number. So it really doesn't have an advantage. And then our place player here, his 30 is just going to get paid 35. And we're ready to go. Looking for a new number for our line player. 4, and it's going to go to the 4, hard 4. So again, hard to hit, but it pays really well. So we're going to go ahead and drop the dealer 20. Let's get some odds on our 4. So our line player has the 4 and the 5. Place player has the 6 and the 8. More chances to win, but you never know what them dice have to say. 9, center field 9. 9, Neener 9, back to back, rolling 9s. Nobody's on it. Just watching. 10, 10 easy. 9, all right, the 9's hot. Starts getting people antsy. Should you get on it? And then the 7 comes. So everyone's going to come down in this case. All right, puck is going to come off. We're going to have a new shooter. So we got to see a little bit of action that time. Let's go ahead and get our line player back down on the line and see what happens. Here we go, coming out. Looking for a new point. Yo, 11, there we go. Front line winner. Five is going to be our new point. Mark the 5. So let's go ahead and get $20 in odds on the 5. $10 coming. And we'll get $30 each on the 6 and 8 for a place player. And let's see what happens. Quick 7. Ugh. All right, down comes everything. Come gets paid. So the line player might be out ahead a little bit. There's one on the line a couple times. Got a couple rebates. Well, yeah, you could tell it's definitely more green in the rack. Go ahead and give it another try or two. Let's go ahead and get 10 on the line. Coming out, here we go. 6, 6 easy. Point is 6. We need some change here. Shortage a little bit, 25. And then we want $10 coming. So 20 in odds, $10 coming. And again, $30, 6 and 8. Here we go. 5. So our come bet's going to travel to the 5. And we want $20 in odds on that 5. So we'll get 5 and change. And we'll set up double odds on that 5. Line player's got the 5 and 6. Place player has the 6 and 8. 2 aces. 3 craps. Now this isn't conclusive. It just depends on really what numbers roll. But it kind of gives you an idea how they both kind of play out. 4. 7. When you're rolling like that, doesn't really matter which way you play, right? All right, we'll give it one more hand. Yeah, one more hand. All right, $10 on the line. Here we go. Yo, 11, again, another winner for the front line. And that's the big advantage you guys have there. Here we go. Another 7, front line winner, another winner for the line. Can do that all day. Here we go. And sometimes it happens like that. 6, easy. 6 is going to be the point. So we'll go ahead and put 20 behind the 6, and then we'll get, well, we need some more change again. We want 10 on the line, so let's go 15 change. 10 to come to the player, and $30, 6 and 8. He's desperate. He gets to choose his numbers, the 6 and 8, but they're not rolling for him, so what good is that, right? Let me take a second to cover the house edge. $30 bets have 1.52%. Over time, you're going to lose 1.52% on these $30 bets. The line bet is 1.4%, 1.41% on the $10, and it's 0 on the $20. So I don't know the number off the top of my head. It's like 0.8 something percent for the combined $30 bet. So actually lower the house edge when you're putting more odds between the two bets. So that's $30 at like 0.8. I'll go ahead and put it on the screen. But over time, the odds bet, it doesn't matter. You're going to win more or you're going to lose more, depending on if you roll points. In the end, it's a wash for both the player and the casino. But you're always on the hook for that 1.4%, or you could expect to lose 1.4% of whatever's on the line. So that's something to think about. Now, these are equivalent bets at $30, but you're only over time risking 1.4% of $10. Here, you're risking 1.52% of $30. All right, a little math mumble jumble for you, but let's see what happens. 9. All right, our come bet's going to travel to the 9. Let's go ahead and get odds of 20 on that 9. All right, here we go. Do-si-do, 10. 10 easy. Bring it in a little bit, looking for an inside number. It's not going to happen. There's the 7. So we only got a couple rolls. Pretty brutal, actually. Neither player did very well. Both players, looks like, lost a pretty good chunk of change. But one player obviously lost a little bit less. And sometimes that's the name of the game, right? So we've got 100, 175, 185 for our place player. We've got 1, 2, 300. So what did I say? 185. We've got 300 for our line player, 305, 309. So on some pretty bad rolls, the line player did well. Remember, he hit a few come out rolls. He got some rebates. The 6 and 8s weren't rolling, so we were losing $60 a pop. Although you could pick the number, what good is that if the number doesn't roll, right? So there's a little comparison. It's not, completely fair. They're honestly, they're very different bets. So you kind of use them or utilize them differently. If you're a place bet player, you have some more options. You can start pressing more. You can by making put bets as a line player. It's a little more, now you lose your advantage of the come out rolls and house edge and that sort of thing. But really, they're very different bets. But as a mathematician, like you go to the Wizard of Odds or not, in a game that is a negative expectation EV game, you're expected to lose over the long haul. If you stick to the lower house edge bets, such as the line with odds or the don't pass with odds, over time, you will lose less money than bets with higher house edges. Which is going to win more? Well, heck, the 12 would win more if you kept rolling the 12s all day and betting on that. But that's gambling for you. So you never really know. But you want to stick to the math, then you become a line player with odds. You want to gamble a little bit, you can cover some of the other numbers. But again, it always just depends on how the dice roll as to which is the better way to bet for that particular method. The casino, They always depend on the numbers. They're open 24/7, 365. Over years and years and years, they are going to get their money. As a weekend gambler, it's very tough for us to win. So however method you like to play, good luck on coloring up.